Right, crisis averted. I don't know what that made that happen. Might have been just an issue with OBS. Thankfully, we're alive again. Yeah, for whatever reason, this game captures weird with reshade enabled. What fighting series other than Super Smash Bros. Features Link as a playable character? Soul Calibur 2 for the Nintendo GameCube. Oh wait, yeah.
Oh yes. Thank you, child. You're right. It is not possible to enter those woods from the sea, is it? Bubble, I would guess from your size that you are heavier than my Korok children. Yet I think we may still be able to solve this dilemma.
Butt caliber.
In fact, do I still have my copy? Yeah, I have my copy of Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 2. Tikachu just called me fat. You must use this item I shall bestow upon you and fly through the sky.
Just crapped out a leaf. Oh, that pog. That Deku tree pog.
Forgive me, Poco. But could you climb up to my crown and get the leaf from there?
One of the original Japanese titles, Link to the Past, translated to Triforce of the Gods. Yes, that is true. That was due to Nintendo of America having a strict no religion policy in their games. So they renamed it A Link to the Past. And in Japan, Link Between Worlds was called Triforce of the Gods 2. Hello, little lad.
Hello, swordsman. You seem to be in high spirits. As for me, I'm using the fruit of the forest to create potions I called Holo. You want to get fucked up? I wish I could create a potion that could help you, swordsman, but those ones I have here only seem to work on my fellow Koroks. I know! If you can somehow gain magic powers, swordsman, then you will surely need a potion that can replenish it. And if I can get the right ingredients, I might be able to make a potion for you. Oh, but I haven't seen the ingredients that help recover magic power here in the forest. If I had a seeds from the flower monsters in the Forbidden Woods, then maybe I could make a potion for you. You know about these seeds?
I do, I have some. What is Ganondorf called during the final form of Ocarina of Time? It's just Ganon. I'll never forget seeing that name drop just come up right as with him silhouetted on the sky. That's kind of like Ganon's origin story. Well, that's the first time Ganondorf ever transforms into it. As a kid, I didn't know that, but you know, I think part of Nintendo didn't either, to an extent at least. Hello.
Wow, you're quite good at that, Mr. Knight. Just keep doing that until you get all the way up to the top. If you shoot out facing the wrong direction, don't panic. If you don't tilt in any direction, you'll land safely back in the Bubble Bud. The Bubble Bud. Not including the re-release or remix, how many mainline Zelda games feature the word Link in the title? Let's see, 1, 2,
well, I'm going through the library in my brain. 1, 2, 3. Wait, no, wait. 1, 2. Into the past. Wait, it's like Adventure Link, Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds, Link's Awakening. Is it just 4? Let me think. Let me just make sure. Let me review. Not including re-releases or remakes too, so that wouldn't include all the different re-releases of Link's Awakening. So yeah, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and none of the DS ones had it. I think neither the Switch titles. I think it's 4. I think it's 4. Yeah, Link... Zelda 2, or Link's Adventure, or Adventure of Link. 4 is correct, yay! Well, I'm gonna get this tree poop. You got the Deku Leaf. Set it to use the blah. Plant your feet on the ground and use it to blow blasts of air and object at enemies. It's funny how using it as a weapon, or like when you're on the ground, doesn't take magic power. However, if you're out of magic power, it won't work. Because then the leaf becomes, it loses all the shit. Like, it loses the leaf portion. What is the name of the fully powered Picori blade? Gets at the end of Minish Cap. Oh, it's the Four Sword. Please, you must fly from over here, using the Deku Leaf. Swords. The Four Swords of Four Swords. Four Swords. Blah, blah, blah. I like these little magic, like, pots that they have in this game. They're so extravagant. I actually would like to have them, like, on my shelf. Like, as decorative. Oh yeah, this guy. What's the name of the sword that the young hero used to defeat the sorcerer in Four Swords? Wait, what is the name of this? The name of the sword that the young hero used to defeat the sorcerer in Four Swords? I believe it was the Four Swords again. If I recall. I haven't been able to play that game all the way through due to having no friends. Well, also just because it's just simply... It was, even at the time, was hard to get a hold of. Or to get, like, a full party. Oh god, no. No! All Four Swords are correct again. Oh god, this has gone terribly awry. Well, thankfully it warps me back. It's funny. I enjoy the whimsy. Oh, it sent me back here. Right, I need more drugs. Oh, what does Link use to travel through the time and Oracle Ages? That is also a game that I need to play still. So that's a tough one. Wait. Because I know there's two instruments in the series. One's, if I recall, one is a harp. But I don't know if that's seasons or ages. It's kind of interesting that if that's the case, because I think, I don't think, Yeah, I'll say a harp. I think it was a harp. And then I think in... Wait, no. Yeah, ages... Actually, wait. I will say... Give me the multiple choice. Because I'll probably know. If I just see... Oh, also, I'm gonna give you... Some seeds. You'll cook this up. Harp of Ages, Ocarina of Ages, Flute of Ages. Yeah, because I remember... If I remember, I do remember key artwork of that specific Link, but I think there's both artwork of him using harp and a flute. So I think they're game dependent. And I'm gonna say the Flute of Ages. I get the feeling that the harp is in seasons. That's it. That's where we need to make this kind of super replenishing potion that would help you, swordsman. Alright, I'm going to use the 4 seeds to create a super replenishing potion. Yes, Flute of Ages. Is this your final answer? I need the, what do you call it? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It is the harp. Wait. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Alright. Angela! Chaway! I feel like that's offensive to a culture, but it's so nondescript, I'm not sure. Now I need the, what do you call it, the failed thing. Sound like an inkling for a sec. Oh yeah, the DLC for that comes out, what, next month? For Splatoon 3. I should probably check that out. But yeah, thank you for reminding me, Dabone, because now we need to stream Oracle Seasons and Ages, since those are like 2 Zelda games I haven't beaten. They're like, they were on my list, I have copies, I have physical copies of them, but I just never got around to them. But now they're on the Switch, so they'll be easy to stream. See me again after you gather more seeds. I'll be waiting. I also found it crazy, what was it? Nintendo, for those of you who didn't know, Link's Awakening, like the original version of Link's Awakening, got ported to PC recently. And it runs like at the highest resolution ever, and it's running like with high quality like shadow, like shading and everything, and the map, like the grid has been removed. Like you can zoom out the map to the point where you can see the entire game world, and even still be able to see all the enemies, all the individual things, all being rendered all at once. It's nuts. Nintendo took it down like 24 hours after it went up, and I still have it. It's the OG. It's the OG, but it's running like natively on PC. But it has a bunch of enhancements, like resolution. You can zoom out the camera to the point where, like I said, you can see the entire world map. It's nuts. But Nintendo, it was on itch.io, but Nintendo obviously was like, no. No. But thankfully, even if a game gets taken off itch, the files stay on your computer. I guess it wasn't the same kind of legal gray area that, because, Ocarina of Time has been ported natively to PC. And because all the code was reverse engineered, and it contains none of the, like, the original stuff from the game, it's not considered illegal. It's like a legal gray area. So as a result, Nintendo can't really do much about it. The same thing happened with Mario 64. That's why you see like a bunch of crazy Mario 64 mods now. I actually have I streamed it, actually, the Mario 64 PC version with, like, Render 64 mod, which makes all the character models in the game look like they're actual, like, N64 box art renders, and it looks great. I think there's a mods for, like, Ocarina of Time that make, like, all the character models not only look better, like their 3DS counterparts, but add, like, a sort of, like, pencil-like texture to a lot of the character models to make it look more like the character artwork that was released for the game.
Congratulations, Swordsman! It appears you have finally gotten the Deco Leaf. That eerie-looking island over there is home to the Forbidden Woods. Makar is trapped somewhere within there. You'll have to float over to the entrance from here using the Deku Leaf. But when you're flying with the Deku Leaf, you're at the mercy of the wind. If the wind can't carry you there, you'll fall into the sea before you land. If only the wind were blowing in the right direction to carry you there.
It will, because I can quake the winds. I'm in the minority, but Mario 64 is just alright to you. I don't have nostalgia for that one, honestly. That's fair. I love it. It's a game I grew up with. Funny enough, for me, it was sort of like a rare treat. Because, what do you call it? I didn't own a copy for the longest time. I had to borrow it from friends or cousins. I don't know how. I guess we got like an N64 second hand, so we didn't have a copy of it. I still have my childhood N64 behind me, but I think eventually my cousin just let me keep it. But even then, it went missing. Maybe I sold it. I don't remember. But I bought a copy off Goodwill recently, like a year or two ago, so that just so I can have it as in my collection, along with, like, you know, oh my god! Merrick, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Yeehaw! Hello there, Gur Ziegler. I like your name. We're just talking about old video games and stuff, and I'm playing Wind Waker. Welcome on in, everybody. I'm Punk McFox, captain of the Maple Vixen Airship, as well as variety streamer. And like I said, right now we're streaming Wind Waker, with a few mods, like, you know, better visuals and stuff like that, and a few quality of life improvements. And, it's a fun time. It's a nice... howbeit, it'd be good. You know, I'm working on, certain things for stream. Growing, doing all the stuff I enjoy. Trying to sleep more often. So I actually do work instead of, you know, sleeping and waking up at like 12 or 1 p.m. and being like, oh, I've wasted my life. Oh no, 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 no! Alright, there we go. I don't think I needed that anyway, but... Oh god. Oh wow, I threaded the needle there. Oh yeah, see, Component's also been testing my knowledge on the Zelda. And I'm constantly terrified, because I'm like, oh no, they're gonna call me a fake fan. It's gonna be like comic book guy from The Simpsons. He's gonna be like, worst Zelda fan ever. Well, how do you copy the Sun Crest to your own chart? I vividly remember this because I was frustrated as a child. You close your DS. So, because it's like you're pressing your map up against the stone. And I remember as a kid, that blowing my mind. Oh god, it's P-hats. That was a... That's why I like the DS Zelda games. The DS Zelda games are cool. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. Oh, you gotta go back to that temple so many times. I don't care. Yeah, really it did a lot of cool shit. Though I do remember the final boss of, I think, Spirit Tracks being frustrated. Alright, we gotta kill these blobby boys. It's still my favorite version of Choo-Choos. The Choo-Choos in, what do you call it? In Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom are weak sauce compared to these guys. Oh god. Oh god, he's killing me. We also have the hero mode mod available, so be ready to hear the heart tone a lot. Because, I will need to use potions and stuff to heal myself. This sounds like the, what is it, like this song specifically for this temple with the, kind of like the xylophone in there, reminds me of the, what is it, the, it's like, I think it's like 2 or 3 a.m. for Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Basically, the music is telling you, why are you up at this hour? Go to bed. I still remember the one time I stayed up really late playing Animal Crossing and came across the Ghost Wisp, and being like, what the fuck is this? Am I in a, is this a horror game? Yeah, Choo-Choo shouts in high-pitched Japanese, that is true. I believe it's also reversed, or I think it's just high-pitched and really, really fast, so you can't really understand. What does the Deku Butler give Link if he manages to follow him through the Deku Shrine in Majora's Mask? Okay. Let's see if I can remember. It's been a long time since I played Majora's Mask. I know for a lot of people that's like their favorite. For me, it was something I had to play later in life because we never got the power pack. Give me a multi option on that one. Definitely, because there's no way I'm going to remember off the top of my head. Like they said. It's your favorite and you don't remember. That's totally fair. Well, it's fun to test people's knowledge. You should never take it as like an attack on your fandom. Oh, this little guy. Empty bottle, mask of sense, piece of heart. Because I know the empty bottle's essential to get the princess. Which blew my mind, by the way. When I was a kid, trying to beat that. And I say as a kid, I was like in early college. I don't think it was the Mask of Sense either, though. I want to say a piece of heart. I feel like it was an optional thing. No, you know what? No, I will say Mask of Sense. Because I feel like I remember having to do it. So yeah, I'll say Mask of Sense. Oh! Oh, you're a worse fan because you have no intention. Mask of Sense is correct. Yay! Yeah, because I remember you have to do that, and 2 of those things are not essential. You have no intention of playing the DS games? I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, like, you need a DS, and you need to find a copy. I know there are other ways to play old DS games, but emulating DS is kind of tricky because of the whole second screen bullshit you have to deal with. And even then, I wouldn't say they're must-plays. I might have to use my oh god! Oh! Oh god. Oh Jesus. I'm actually scared. And the future, I think like for all other Zelda games, I'm gonna play in hero mode, because this, like, it makes your potions way more essential. What do Goron's armies want to do with Link's blood? Oh, Ganon's army, I don't know. Want to do with Link's blood in Zelda 2 of Link. They want to put it on Ganon's ashes to resurrect him. Actually very morbid. For Zelda. I actually would like them to revisit that. Like, I want a game where maybe Link's like fighting a crazy like cultist weirdo, and Link gets scratched in the fight, and the cultist is like, "Ah, this is what I was after." Ha ha ha. Like, it doesn't need to be like a boatload of blood. Like, you can just be like a nick. There has been blood in Zelda games. Specifically Ocarina of Time, where Ganon like pukes it up when you defeat him in the first phase, and then blood like splurts out of his face when you stab him with the Master Sword in the final battle. Though they censored it in later versions to green blood. It was kind of a lame move, if you ask me. And then they what else had? And there was a little bit of blood in the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom, with when the shard of the Master Sword scratches Ganondorf's cheek. Really dislike censorship unless it's to cover up child bodies. That's very specific, but I kind of agree. I mean, I get, like, for them, it's usually not because it's against their own values. It's usually because... Oh, I need you. It's usually because, like, the rating board, especially in Japan. Japan can be kind of frustrating to work with their rating board. I remember Sakurai mentioned that the reason Mai could not be a cameo in Smash Ultimate was because of her boobage, and it would raise the game's age rating in Japan. That whole thing about him saying, "Oh, Smash is for good little boys and girls," was completely like added in by the translators. Because it's like, people aren't gonna get when he's talking about Kuro, the Kuro ratings board. Oh, in Spirit Tracks, what is the dungeon item you get from the Sand Temple? Fuck. That one's gonna need to be a multiple choice. You know, the age is different and all. Let there be blood, damn it. Game still works. Yeah, that's usually a case. Like I said, it depends, usually. I'm all for, like, protecting an artist's vision and stuff like that, but, you know, removing a little bit of blood or something like that, it's usually inconsequential to the main, thing. If I recall, I gotta do this. Hold on. I'm gonna ruin this guy's day. Shit! Shit! Ah. Sand staff, sand rod, sand wand. Oh boy. You're a crafty one. Because they're all... So I know you get the sand rod in Link Between Worlds, if I recall. I don't know if it's also called that in Phantom Hourglass. I'll be weird and... I'll just say the sand rod. I feel like it would always be called the sand rod regardless. Well, let me... Really? You really like, fuck you. Oh, okay. Well, that worked. It's San Juan, damn. Yeah, those games, it's been a while. It's been a while. I don't really care if the game is censored as long as it works. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm more against any censorship that is politically motivated. Like to silence, like, certain causes, or other, like, sort of like, you know, to appeal to, like, a right-wing government or something along those lines, where it's supposed to, like, you know, prevent a certain idea from getting out or something like that. Within certain reason, by all means, I don't think, like, hate speech should be protected. Uh, 18. What is the name of the Hylian that stops you from jumping off a bridge in Breath of the Wild? Alright, once again, I'm gonna need a multiple choice on that one. Because I cannot, there's no way I can remember an NPC like that off the top of my head. Even though that guy is amazing. I do love that guy. If you do work for Johnny Knoxville, Goddard, Rudy, or Brigo. I'm gonna say Brigo, because I feel like that was kind of their idea, is like, oh, this is the bridge guy. He likes bridges. We're gonna name him Brigo. I think I know where Nintendo of America's head's at. Brigo is correct, yeah. Don't! You have so much to live for! Shoutouts to that guy. Even though you weren't really up to anything, he was willing to be concerned. He's like, hey, don't hurt yourself. You matter. How do you feel? I mean, I'm 15 out of 18, that's not bad. I read the butt spot version first, so I was like, what? What's the Gerudo word for grand butt? What's the Gerudo word for granny in Tears of the Kingdom? Isn't it like... Give me a multiple choice on that, because I'm fairly certain, but I need to see it spelt out. If you work with Johnny Knoxville, you have to prank him to show dominance. Hard to agree on political censorship being bad, because a lot of people that complain about censorship have not seen political censorship. Yeah. Like, usually, like, a lot of people complain, oh, they covered up that anime girls who is 13-year-old and they gave her stockings or something like that. And I'm like, come on. Vaba, Saba, or Baba. I believe it was Baba. Because I think Vaba is mother, but Baba is grandmother. So I'll go with Baba. It's Vaba. Damn. Yeah, alright. I had a feeling it was Vaba. I second guessed myself. Also, if you prank Johnny Knoxville, he will get you back 10 times as harder. And he'll wait. He'll wait like 3 months so you completely forget. My favorite part about Johnny Knoxville, or, you know, not of Johnny Knoxville, but is the fact that Travis Touchdown's design is heavily inspired by him. And like his personality to a certain extent. And that's kind of like why Travis is always like in such slapstick humor situations. Because, you know, Johnny Knoxville is always getting the shit kicked out of himself. In Wind Waker, what does Orca say if you attack him 1,000th time before he attacks you 3 times? What does he say? Ooh. Because I have done that, like back in the day. Alright. I guess last one, multiple choice, so let me see, because I'll probably remember the second I see it. Probably, like, craps himself. He's like... Or the prank when they snuck on each other with hair clippers. That seemed to always be a common one. Oh. Like, it's why like, I could never do what they do. Because half of the stuff they did to each other wasn't just like a prank you could just wash off. It was like stuff like, it was like, well great, now I gotta go out looking like this for months. Hasn't your left index finger gone numb? Phew, I wish I was this strong when I was younger. You are indeed a master swordsman. Congratulations. It's definitely number 3. Because then I think that's when he teaches you the spinny. He teaches you the great spinny of his ancestors. Oh. Oh, wow. It's 1. Oh, damn. Oh, I could have sworn it was... Oh. Fuck. Shit. Got 75%. I'm a fake boy. I mean, I think it's still pretty decent. I will say, I can't believe... Why do I keep doing this to myself? That's a pretty good quiz. You know, none of the questions are really super, like, unfair. It was fun. I like it. It was alright. Stop throwing my nut. My nut! I need this nut to do that. Oh god. Pat from Two Best Friends fame in Castle Super Beast made a great comment about game censorship when he said that... Sorry? Where he said that nobody has seen or knows how bad the censorship the Chinese government has on games in comparison to what comes out here. Yeah. It's definitely true. Especially I'm taking like a modern, like, East Asian culture class right now, and we're on China right now. Our idea is to go from China to Korea to Japan as the semester continues, and yeah, we are talking about like the heavy censorship that's in China, and also how you know, they're sort of blaming American media as it's making its way over there, and it's sort of like the Chinese government's blaming Western values, corrupting their children, etc., etc. When really it's just like, no, we just, you know, we want to be free. And, you know, a lot of the American media out there, like shows, like American art and things like that, well, we're, like, by no means is America a utopia. We have our own problems. But we are definitely not, like, super silenced. We are able to really talk about these issues without really fear of... Mostly without fear. Mostly. Apparently, 2 only companies from there can do all the censoring things. Just nothing outside of China. Nothing from outside of China. And I remember hearing about, like, how, in Korea, or North Korea specifically, we were talking about this today, they're like, how is the, like, outside media getting to North Koreans? Because they are completely cut off from the outside world for the most part. And from my understanding, what it is some Koreans are putting, like, USB sticks with like South Korean shows and music on them, and putting them in balloons, and basically sending them into the sky in a way in which they will go over the border, and eventually they will go so high that they'll pop, because that's what balloons do when they go high enough, and the stuff will just tumble down, and farmers and other people will just find them lying on the ground somewhere, take them home, and be like, oh, what's this? And then find this media, and it will be like flipping a switch for them. Like, it'll be like, oh, this is opening my mind. And as a result, sometimes kids and stuff get sent to re-education camps, and it's nightmarish. It's a nightmare. And I'm just, every day I'm like, you know, I could have been born in a much worse place. We got the pot. No fear of the government, but fear of cancellation. I mean, in a way. Like just, I have some pro tips to not get canceled, and that is, don't be a jerk. And own up to your mistakes. And grow and change as a person. Obviously there's drama and stuff like that too. Like, some people will just be like, oh, this person called me a dingbob one day, and here's all the chat logs of them calling me a dingbob. And I'm like, and then they're like, oh no. They gotta get past the robotic border turret. Oh yeah, that thing, that's terrifying. I remember learning about that and being like, that is nightmarish. We live in a society. The Danganronpa game series, to get past censorship, they made the blood pink instead of red. Then in other games, they made, recently, Rain Code, the pink blood was used as a plot twist, which I thought was cool, because if you played the original series, you wouldn't even question the pink blood. Oh, no spoilers on that, because I bought Rain Code, but I still haven't gotten around to playing it. But that's interesting. I also thought it was like a cool way. It was censorship, but stylized censorship in a way, right? It made the series stand out. I hate these things. They're annoying. They're creepy. But I gotta kill them. I gotta kill. Oh god. I think they don't hurt you. They just really slow you down. But I think if you get enough on you, they will eventually start to do damage. Oh, I love Mad World, but that's a game we'll probably have to check out, because it's a really good game. One of your favorite things is gaming is Mad World. So Anarchy Reigns is full color and blood is all blue, and I love it unironically. I remember, I had a weird dream that, like, another Anarchy Reigns was being made, and I woke up and I was sad. I would really like that game to get a Steam port, like, remaster, because I feel like that would just really help, like, get people playing it. Like what they did with Vanquish. Like, I was so happy when Vanquish came to PC, because I was just like, oh yeah, Vanquish! Alright, you have a good night, DeBone. Oh, my ribs. Alright, so if I recall, I need to break that. Oh, I need to get over there. I think. Yes, I do. This. My ass. Yeah, the final boss I remember being pretty tough. That game got really bad reviews at the time because you know, a lot of people were just like, oh, this isn't Gears of War. It doesn't play like Gears of War. It's just a weird bootleg Japanese Gears of War. And then it's like, yeah, because you're not playing it right. You're supposed to be actually, like, zipping and dipping. I still remember the G4 review of it. And it got weirdly homophobic. Because they were just like, oh, Sam and the other guy just... The Steven Bloom buff guy just want to fuck. And they just keep making, like, all these romantic things about it and kind of just making fun of, like, oh, they're gay. God, a lot of GeForce reviews have aged poorly. Oh boy. It's wild. I'd say there wasn't good content at the time either. There was definitely, like, more fun stuff. Yeah. Ah! Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, Code Monkeys was a thing that really, like... I think that was probably, like, the best thing that came out of G4. I love you, whores! I remember Dave Jaffe was in one episode. I think it was, like, one of the first episodes, too. And now I'm like... Damn, Dave Jaffe, you have fallen. Was he, like, complaining about used games and stuff and how they're gonna ruin video games or something like that? No, give me that. I like it. I like it like that. Oh, you got a doctor's appointment before work in the morning. You have a good one. Merrick, thanks for the raid again. Hope you stop by again sometime. Don't be a stranger. Oh god, the green boys are back! Ah! We'll probably finish up this Dangan and then we'll probably be done for the night. They will probably raid Slush Dog because I think they're playing the very opposite of this game, which is Twilight Princess. You enjoyed the raid on Ash? Oh yeah, she's great. She's a very fun streamer. She's been doing a lot of VR lately. And normally I'm like... I'm not that into VR streams, because I'm just like... But... she's very fun to just hang out with. But VR streams usually I'm like... They're sometimes a little like, I don't get motion sick a lot. But watching someone in VR can sometimes be kind of motion sickening. For me, I'm like a little like, oh, this is weird. Not even like in a huge degree, but also I feel like it makes it harder to interact with the streamer sometimes if they're like busy doing like they're doing like, oh, let's go to this backrooms thing, and they're running from a monster the whole time, and I'm like, I can't really chat with them because they're too busy running from a monster from the perspective of it being real. I still remember, though, one of my favorite streamer moments, like last year, I believe, was when Duper was, they were doing like a backrooms sort of stream, and he immediately started getting chased by like, well, this thing's creepy. He got chased by like a monster, and he had no time to even process what it was. It was just like a shadowy thing walking towards him, and he just started screaming. He was just like, oh, oh! And but if you go back, I think he clipped it eventually. He clipped it, and like you can see, like it was like a tall, like thick, shadowy demon girl. Like she was just dummy thick. It's just like the idea that it's like just Duper, just so terrified, like it's real, as this thick dommy demon mommy just starts coming towards him, and he's like, oh god, no, no. Oh, just cracked me up. I do eventually want to get a VR headset. Obviously they're very expensive, and right now priority is getting art stream stuff, making sure, you know, we have a good safety net when it comes to, you know, finances, so in case, like, anything breaks, you know, my PC explodes or some shit, we can get back on track fairly quickly. Because that's the fear. That's the big fear, is my computer just shits the bed. Oh god, stop. You stop, you peas. Hold on, I'll read your chats in a sec. I gotta kill the pea. There's so much pea. There's too much pea. Also, these guys got feathers. Alright, they're not dead. They're gonna come back up here, but... I've been giving trans/gay stuff a serious try recently, and I've been reading, the Tiffany and Eve comics on Reddit. HK9 and the Has Been Hotel Help Boss. Not a bigot, but, you know, as a cis male on the outside of all, I could wrap my head around it. Trying to grow as a person and everything. Oh, that's great to hear, actually. I'm glad that, like, I could be someone that can expose you to that, because I'm cis as well. I'm bi, but, you know, definitely, like, being an outsider on it can be confusing at first, and even kind of be off-putting. But as long as you're willing to, like, actually, I think that's a big thing, is, like, people need to actually interact with trans and gay people. Because that can help eliminate a lot of stereotypes and, misconceptions. And also, you will find that in the furry community, we are basically all about that shit. Thank you for that. Oh, it's okay. I got a foray. Ah, he's pooping on me. Oh. Oh. Okay, you need to stop this, sir. You need to stop this right now. I love that you, like, cut off its wings and he starts getting a little unbalanced. And then he's just shotgunning his poop, his spiky poop at you. That makes more sense to you than trans, but like Ash, it's very easy to consider her a girl because, well, she's a hot fox girl and I'm not even a furry. Yes, I love Ash's model. And yeah, I would say, like, obviously, when it comes to eliminating, like, gender biases, it can be a little difficult at first. Especially, like, if you hear someone, like, they have either a more masculine voice when they're presenting themselves more feminine, or vice versa. And it can be difficult, especially, like, with non-binary people who just go by they/them. Like, we'll be rating Slush Dog, and they're non-binary. They're non-binary. Where they just go by they/them. And I have trouble with that sometimes, like, cause my perceptions of gender norms makes me think, like, well, this person has a masculine voice, so therefore I will call them masculine, otherwise, unless they present themselves as female, in which I will call them female. But if they present themselves as neither, my brain tries to default to one of them. And I try to, like, fight that urge to do that. Because that's just your brain trying to categorize things. Because we as humans love to do that. Oh my god. Bop, bop, bop. I remember, like, in Twilight Princess, it asks you to do this, like, 3 times in a row. Just to really hammer it home. It's like, okay, you know how to use it, right? But yeah, gender, when it comes to, like, being bi is a sexuality. It determines, like, what I'm attracted to. You know, like, what I'm physically attracted to. Being transgender is a different thing because that's about identity. That is about, like, your perceptions of yourself, not what you're necessarily attracted to. Like my sister, for instance, is trans, but she also describes herself as a lesbian because she's attracted to women. However, that does not mean she's not attracted to trans women, because trans women are women. And which means, like, say, like, they haven't had, like, bottom surgery, she's not really turned off by them not having female genitalia. Or, like, basically what I'm saying is, women can have dicks too. And men can have vaginas as well. And obviously, no one's expecting you that you need to be attracted to, like, say a woman. Like, if you were simply not attracted to male genitalia, or more so just a penis, that's completely understandable. Like, no trans person's gonna call you a bigot or something like that for not being attracted to someone. Like that's ridiculous. Unless you come across like just a crazy person. But usually those people are the exception and not the norm. Like, what you are not obligated to be attracted to someone. You should just like treat someone like as a human being. Bi to me means you just find humans as a whole hot. Kinda. Bisexuality can be a spectrum. Like for me, I'm mostly attracted to more feminine presenting people. Like I'm not really attracted to like, you know, a buff hairy dude or something like that. Like I'm much more attracted to people with like minimal to no body hair, or like more like just feminine presenting people. Doesn't matter what they have downstairs for me, but that could also be. But someone could also describe. There's a little bit of bleed between the sexuality of being bi and the sexuality of being pan. Pansexual is it is not the attraction to cookware, as that overdone joke. It is the idea of being attracted to someone based on their other aspects that are irregardless to their physical appearance, or more so, not really their physical appearance, but more so their gender. Like most, I would assume most pan people describe themselves as like being attracted to personality types. Where gender does not really play a factor. Like gender identity plays no factor at all. For me, not gender identity, but gender presentation matters to me. I guess is in my particular case. Like there were times where I was thinking maybe I am more pansexual, but then I was like, I feel like bi better describes me. The only thing I probably want over that is probably like the pan flag, because the pan flag is more colorful than the bi flag. Or I like the colors a little bit more, but the bi flag looks like a delicious like berry popsicle. I would eat it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff when it comes. Slush Dog's a bit extra for you. I mean, they are very high energy. They can be very high energy. But for the most part, they are incredibly wholesome. And are constantly like giving others in their chat validation. And just good vibes all around. Though they have said that they kind of don't want to play like multiplayer games on stream, like Halo and stuff, because they say they get really toxic. Which is fair. It's the baby high-pitched voice. That's completely fair. I can totally see why that's just not appealing to some people. I also don't think, like, that's not, like, a character they're playing. I think that's just how they are. Like, a lot of VTubers, when they're Like, there are VTubers who play characters. There's definitely. Those are more corporate, usually, but... Okay, you stop right now, mister. You get beheaded. Or whatever your head is, I guess. But yeah, they're just high energy. All that stuff, but... They're also super ADHD, like myself. Like, they jump from topic to topic, and I'm like, oh, go slow down. Oh god. I'll come off as a bigot. I mean, there's nothing that's really screaming bigot to me. Like, it seems like you just, you know, you have certain personality types you jive with and ones you don't. That's not bigotry. That's just, you know, personality types. Ah! I've been fooled. I've been Smeckledorfed. Get over here. Fucker. You. Oh wait, no, I need to go downstairs first. I need to get the bomb. I need the thing. But I will break this. Come on. Because he's doing this, it's making it hard to light it. Yeah, but yeah, that's not bigotry. That's just like, you know, you have preferences to streamers. That has nothing really to do with, you know, what they identify as or what they, do. Like, bigotry is when you are, like, hateful. Like, that's not the same as, I wouldn't say that's the same as being ignorant, because ignorance is usually, oh, come on. Ignorance is the lack of knowledge, but I would argue that stupidity and bigotry come in when, you deny new information. Like, you refuse to change your stance even when you've been proven wrong. Like, that, to me, that's when bigotry and stupidity comes in. But yeah, you're fine. I wouldn't categorize that as bigotry as being like, you know, simply just asking questions. If anything, trans people welcome questions. It helps them, like, educate people. I just want to catch a frickin' Ferrari. A Ferrari. I want a mod that just turns the fairy models in Zelda games into a Ferrari. Get back here, you fucker. You just shit. I'm gonna stab you. No, there's more. Where's the one that had the fairy? I think it was this one. Yes, there we go. Okay. Oh no, I've captured her, and she's all sad. You enjoy being an asshole, but growing to do. My friends and I, back in the day, were always dicks to each other. So my assholeness isn't to be taken seriously, but these days, it's too easy to offend people, and that stuff doesn't, and that stuff just doesn't bother me. Call me names all you want, if I think it's funny. I'm a laugh. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like my family dynamic as well. Like, a lot of my family is about, like, self-deprecating humor, or deprecating each other, but we know we're kidding. But obviously, like, unless you, like, are close with that person, like, it's gonna hurt them. You know, usually, depending on the individual, of course. Like, if a person just happens to have the same, you know, background as you do, then of course they'll probably laugh it off as well. But that's a gamble, right? Like, you have no idea. I think it's just really like understanding times and places where, and understanding the spaces you're in. Like you have to understand like, oh, sometimes it's not okay to be that way because it can propagate, especially in public forums, I would say, because like the edgier your humor can get, iDubbbz is a great example, I think. I was a big fan of iDubbbz at a point. But then as things got worse and worse politically, and even iDubbbz said it too, when he was at a mall once, someone just walked up to him, like a fan of him, just walked up and just said slurs to him out loud in the middle of a public space. And he said that was the moment where he was just like, all right, this was a bad idea. Like making this edgy space, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're not serious. If your reach is wide enough and you have like all of, can I blow these guys away? Oh, pretty. Oh god. When your reach is big enough, like as an example of iDubbbz, like you can do some serious damage because you just create like this space of toxicity, and that's kind of like why he kind of changed things up as time went on, because he realized, all right, this is a bad idea. And by no means do I think people are obligated to forgive him. Like, no one's owed forgiveness. Like, you should strive to be a better person because you want to be a better person, not because you want the approval of others that you might have hurt. See? I think that's the issue, actually. Since a lot of my friends and family I was close with were dickish with his gone, so I have a lot of pent up. Okay. Yeah. That can happen. Yeah, like I said, I was into edgy humor, Newgrounds, all that stuff. But even a lot of those people who grew up in that environment, or like Ego Raptor or Aaron Hansen, like has gone on record like several times, like apologizing for like the more edgy humor, the use of slurs in his humor. Because I mean, like, well, it can be funny shock value. Like it kind of begins and ends there. And when you create like when you try to create like an apolitical space, like obviously, no one's like obligated to make a political space or make a space where they make hard political stances. But I would argue that you should try to make your anti-bigotry or anti what do you call it? Like, make it known that racists aren't welcome in your space, I think is the basic thing, or bigots in general. Otherwise, they will take apolitical spaces as permission. They will try to co-opt your spaces. I've seen it happen, where they are just, like that. He's co-opting my space with his nuts. I forgot how big the second half of this dungeon is. Yeah, there's still parts of me that find that old stuff funny too. Partially due to like nostalgia. You know, takes me back to like a simpler time. You know, there's a lot of aspects, and it's valid to enjoy that stuff still. I think it's more so like you should also recognize the problem. Like for instance, Duper loves Conker. Conker's Bad Fur Day. But a lot of that humor in that game is very insensitive towards like women, and also you know, what do you call it? Like suicide and things like that, or self-harm. It's very funny in certain lights, but for other people it get like humor is like very not objective, subjective. Like it can be very it's a very tight, it can be a very tight rope. But that doesn't mean it's not something that can't be done. It is possible to do edgy humor. I think it's like, it's more about avoiding punching down. And some people will even say that, like, well, ironic racist humor or ironic, like, bigotry humor, like pretending to be a bigot, at first was thought to be like a great way of criticizing those people, because you're kind of like, it's like acting like a stupid person, like you're pretending to be that person because obviously that person's bad and everything. But bigots kind of just use that as a way of getting around saying the quiet parts out loud. Like they pretend to be making fun of themselves when in actuality they're just spreading their toxic crap. Now I'm not perfect to talk on this subject, as while I'm not completely binary, like I said, I'm bi, but I am also a cis guy. I'm white. Like, I'm not perfect at talking about all these subjects, but I try to listen to, I say, like, mainly if you want like better opinions on this, I say definitely listen to more trans people. I would especially recommend, I'll even shout them out right here. You watch someone like, and I think you'll like this person too, because they play a lot of Silent Hill. They just posted an entire Silent Hill lore analysis video. That's fantastic. Lucky Button. There you go. I would say check out Lucky Button. Oh, wait, this might be the wrong one. Oh no, this is Lunk Bun. Wait, wrong person. I forgot the Y. Lucky Bun. That's the right one, right? Unless I... No, I still spent Lunky Bun. What is wrong with me? Lunky. Lunk. I got Link on the brain. Lucky _ Bun, I believe is how it's spelled. Play Detective, The Secret Salami. I don't think that's them. No, it is. Alright, yeah. They play a lot of weird point and click adventure games as well. He is a femboy rabbit. With theming around like Alice in Wonderland, like he's supposed to be like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. But he also makes great commentary videos about like Silent Hill and other things, but they also will occasionally talk about politics and also about being trans. Or I don't know if they identify as trans. I know that I believe their partner is trans, but they have some great, like, they have big brain. They have huge brain. They talk good. They talk about this stuff better than me. Better brain than me. Big brain. Big bunny brain. Big bunny femboy brain. Listen to bunny femboys, is what I'm saying. You know, you deal with racial stuff because my wife is black and I'm white. But I like my wife, and we still make fun of each other. She says this dumb thing that white people don't use seasoning, which I don't find true, but it's still funny. It's true to a degree. My family definitely struggles with it. Like, most stereotypes come from, at least from what I'm learning slowly in my East Asian culture class, is that stereotypes are a thing that are, like, our brain does naturally, whether or not it's good or bad, because it's a survival tactic, in a way, and it's something we can avoid, or we should be conscious of, essentially. But also stereotypes come from the aspect of, ow, from getting hit with nuts, but they come from, like, someone from the outside group of viewing a culture or community and thinking, oh, that's all that community is. That's all they do. So that way, when you see a community, when you hear that, that stereotype secondhand, or other people see that stereotype secondhand from that person who saw it, and then they just assume, when they see it themselves, they're like, oh, they were right. They do that. When in actuality, no, it's just one piece of a bigger picture. pre-brained on the subject. No, that's totally... by no means am I saying, like, they would be upset at you for asking questions or anything like that. They are very, very approachable. I would just say, like, watch their stream and just listen to any subjects that might come up. You don't even need to interact with them. You know, they just, like, things come up and stuff. Usually I'm in their Discord and stuff. It took you 3 months. Well, by all means, I feel, I appreciate that you felt comfortable talking about it. Like, by no means, like I said, do I think you're, like, a bigot by any means. Like, there's a huge difference between voting for people who are, you know, looking to annihilate a community of people due to their identity than being someone who's into edgy humor and doesn't listen to, oh god. Oh god. That was a big Damahe. Oh. Now that I have my boomerang. Hold on, I gotta defeat these bigots right here. These guys are bigots. That's the, look at him, he's squared up! Oh, I like when you cut their butt, they're like, ah, my butt! Wait. Like, yeah, I would say, like, just try to best educate yourself. Like, talk to more trans people. And other people who are, like, even though, your wife, might be someone, like, she's comfortable with you, because obviously, like, she's your wife. So, and you have a specific relationship, and obviously, like, not every, just because, what am I trying to say here? Just because she's comfortable with, like, occasional edgy, silly humor with you, doesn't mean, for example, she would be okay with anyone saying it to her. Or better, or more so, doesn't mean that, everyone else in, like, the black community would be okay with you saying that stuff. Don't believe anyone who says they can give you an N pass is essentially what I'm trying to say. It's never valid. If Wooly from Wooly Versus, from formerly Super Best Friends, says you have the pass, do not use it. He is lying. That man's a menace. There's a great video recently where there was that whole thing that came out about the Prime Minister of Canada when he got photos of him leaked of him at a costume party where he dressed as Aladdin in blackface, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is fucked up." Then someone asked Wooly on his podcast, it's like, "Hey, Wooly, I got a question for you. If I were to go to a Halloween event, but I went as the Canadian Prime Minister as his Aladdin costume, would that be considered me doing blackface, or I'm doing someone who is doing blackface?" And Wooly just, like, looked into the camera and he said, like, "Hey, listen to me? Listen to me? Do it. Do it. Meanwhile, Pat is like, no, don't do it. Don't listen to this man. Don't listen to him. And he's like, I'm giving you permission to do it. And I'm cracking up. And I think that's a good example of edgy humor because like, that's Wooly. Like, Wooly's the one making the joke, and he's basically trying to get this guy in huge amount of trouble. He said, like, make sure you go there and take pictures and post them on Facebook. Do it. It's great. Like, Wooly's sense of humor when it comes to race relations and other issues can be absolutely hilarious. His presentation is great. I grew up in back neighborhoods and learned firsthand how to handle myself in another culture when still maintaining your own. I played into most of my time in high school by extra white for laughs. Yeah. I kind of had a similar experience as I just happened to get into the fighting game community in college, and to the point where I ended up helping these other guys run events, and I was the only white guy there. Like I had like friends already from the outside who were also not white. Like, I just ended up making friends with everyone like not white because we just had the same interests, which was fighting games like Street Fighter and Tekken, and you know, a huge like stereotype in like for Mexican players is they're super into SNK or King of Fighters or Final Fight, mainly because SNK arcade cabinets and stuff like that were very popular in Mexico when they first came out. So as a result, there's just a lot of Mexican SNK fans who love like Terry Bogard and all that. And so that's kind of like what caused why there's so many like Spanish and Mexican fighting game fans. It's kind of fascinating when you look at the history and stuff, where why things are the way they are. Like, these stereotypes don't exist because like people are naturally drawn to certain aspects of themselves or are predisposed biologically. It simply just has to do with, you know, what they were exposed to, and like how any of us are. Like, I love Zelda because I grew up playing Zelda. Like, not because my white biology predisposes me to liking Zelda. So there's a little beam. There's a little guy. Oh, that's not good. Oh god, that's not good. He got 8. You know what's weird about this game? It doesn't say the boss's name when the fight starts. Strange. Now, fun fact, this is the first boss I ever beat in Zelda. Because back when I first played this game, I got stuck on the Forsaken Fortress, so I used my brother's save file to skip it, but he had already beaten Dragon Roost Island. So I ended up playing, this dungeon first. And as a result, this ended up being not only like the first Zelda boss I ever beat, but like one of the first few bosses I ever beat in video games. And I sort of like lost my mind when I killed him. Like, I can't believe I killed it. I can't believe I won. Amazing. Damn, nature, you scary. Ow! With your wiggly bits. Oh, I can't believe that missed. I can't believe I fired and I missed. Oh, come on. If I keep doing lunging attacks, I should kill this faster. Oh, I got the suck. Alright, you should be done. Or not. Maybe it has to do with hero mode. Ugh. Make myself another fairy. Yeah, I got the lunging attack for the killing blow. We saved the little bean. He's a little guy and he's okay now. Can't remember your first Zelda boss defeat. My first game was Zelda Link to the Past, so that I guess. Yeah, that would be... Was the hamburger worm? The big hamburger worm? No, that's not the first boss. What was the first boss of Zelda? It's... I think it's those stompy knights, the stompy guys that you have to use the bow. And they go wow.
Swordsman, are you the one who rescued me? You have my thanks. When all went dark around me, I thought my time on the earth was over. But why are you here, swordsman? What? The Great Dignitary sent you? Oh, that's right, today's the day of our annual ceremony. Oh, I'm in trouble. I shouldn't be here. I must get out of here immediately.
I have heart. I have heart. Oh, okay.
Let's go quickly.
You take the wind, and you take the moon, and you take the moon, and you take the moon. Link just pukes after having his atoms disassembled and reassembled.
Oh, Makar, you have returned safely.
I'm sorry, Great Dignitary. I know you warned us many times, but I still did not listen.
Don't worry, Makar. You are safe now. Just be more careful from now on. You have done well, Buckle. I must thank you for your brave deeds. Here is that which I have promised you. Please accept it.
It's a Korok seed. That's a Pearl Gemerald. You received the Ferora's Pearl. The Earth Spirit, the Dignitary, has seen fit to give you this jewel, a treasure of the goddess, Ferora.
It is my hope this pearl shall lead you to a fair destiny. All is well, Makar. Do not cry. Please, play your song for me, as you always do.
Well, that's right. We must begin our ceremony soon before the day ends. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting. Let's the ceremony begin.
I love the scene. The scene really just makes me happy.
Oh, great, Punkle. As much as my thanks to you, I shall play even harder than I normally do. I hope you enjoy it.
Yay. Yay. He's so happy. Nuts!
we're gonna be a side quest. Great Deku Tree, this year you have once again produced some splendid seeds.
Let's say it like that.
With these seeds, we will continue to spread the new force across the Great Sea. And then we will rule the world. Let us go, Koroks, to the sea. See you all next year.
Oh god, it's kind of bugging out on their faces a little bit.
Take care. Farewell, great swordsman. May the winds of chance bring us together again someday.
Bye. Bye. He sticks around, playing his little...
Thank you, Punkle, for all you've done for me. How was my performance? Did it suit your taste, no? Or no? This instrument is one of the great Deku Tree gave to me on the day of my birth. He said it was an instrument that people played long ago. It was taken many long hours of practice for me to be able to perform this level I do now. Me and my fellow Koroks have set out on the journey to create new force in the world. But both Holo, who studies the making of potions, and I are always on this island. Please come see us again. We'll be waiting for you.
Friends. Alright, let me make another potion. I don't like how you approach. You approach too quickly and eagerly. Is this enough? Is this enough? Is 5 enough? A 4. Alright, perfect. Manjala, manjala, chawe! So excited. Alright, we got another blue potion.
I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for you.
Alright, let's hit that save button. Alright. Alright, let's go. We did 2 dungeons. We did good. Alright, let's see who's still streaming. I don't know if Slush Dog is still streaming at this point, so let me double check on that. While we set up. No, they finished. You know what? Ash is streaming again. Yeah, Slush finished for today. Which makes sense. I mean, I think they're earlier than me. I forget if they're on the west or east coast. But Ash just started streaming again. Seems like they're... Oh god, I have to see what this is. So we're gonna raid her. Because... I see 2 Eggmen. I see 2 Eggmen. One is... their arm is glitching out. The other one is sitting on a bench crying. I have to see what this is. Been fun talking. I enjoyed our talk as well, Slotsky. I felt like we broke down some walls. We talked about some things. It was interesting. It was interesting. But either way, here are the socials for all of you. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. We'll be back probably Thursday with more. I might stream the PlayStation thing tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Maybe. Not sure. We'll see. But there's all the socials, YouTube. You can watch all these VODs. If you're on the YouTube, by all means, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you're still watching on Twitch right now, and you haven't followed, what are you doing? You've been here the whole time, you haven't followed, what are you doing? But no, if you enjoyed, please consider. And also Twitter and Discord and Blue Sky for when I go live, as well as just hanging out, all that fun stuff. And let me set up that raid, Ash, Okay, 9. I know Duper is also streaming Like a Dragon, but I don't want to get spoiled on that. I'd rate him, but I don't want to get spoiled on dragons. I still need to play the first one, goddammit. Maybe we should stream Like a Dragon at some point. I can't stream the entire Yakuza franchise. That was just... Jesus. That's a tall glass of orders. But maybe in the Like a Dragon series, since there's only 2. We'll see. Either way, I hope you all had a fun night tonight. Let's see what Ash is doing with these Eggmen, because I gotta know. I gotta know what's going on here. So, I'll catch you guys, Thursday night, and we'll probably, I don't know what we'll do. Either more of this, or something else. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Either way, you all have a good one. Bye-bye.